Discord is working on a pile of safety features that on the surface seem completely stupid, but are these a hidden blessing or are they a curse? Well, let's find out. So let's say you're having a typical day on Discord and you get contacted by someone who's a little bit invasive. Well, if that's the case, you will automatically get this pop-up from Discord telling you that your DMs are unsafe. But where did this screenshot come from? Discord previews, baby, link in the description. But looking at this screenshot, we can see that Discord tells you that your conversation may not be safe. And what they're doing is they're automatically figuring out the context of your messages, and if it seems unsafe, it'll show you this pop-up. Now you have two options. You can take action or you can read safety tips. So just to dip our little toesies in the water, let's read those safety tips that Discord is giving us. 1. Trust your gut. If something feels off, you can always take a break. 2. Be careful with private details like your full name, school, or how to find you off Discord. 3. You're not alone. If you need help, talk to a trusted adult. You can also report messages to us at any time. Oh, and if you were asking about the generic stock footage I had on top of this whole entire thing, it's because this advice is extremely generic. These safety tips are kind of like stranger danger. It's common sense, but believe it or not, it does work. Now, I hate to brag to you guys, but I am a professional when it comes to stranger danger. In fact, I'm so good at stranger danger that I never talk to women that I don't know, even if they smile and look at me. And now I realize that's why I'm living alone by myself and I've never had a girlfriend in my whole entire life. So I'm gonna brush that problem under the rug for future me to deal with, but we can also take action. And what happens when you take action? Well, you can block someone, you can report them, and you can contact NoFiltr. Now, NoFiltr, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is a whole rabbit hole in and of itself. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot I was supposed to talk about the blessing and curses of this feature, so let's get with the first blessing of this feature. It's that it's going to automatically warn kids about inappropriate conversations. This feature will help those poor iPad kids who don't have parents that understand good parenting whatsoever. And also, reality check for a second, those iPad kids are going to be the ones that change my diaper when I'm locked up in an old folks home, so I apologize. Alright, video over. This is a blessing, nothing else to talk about, except there's like however many minutes left of this video, because if you look at this from a different perspective, this is actually a curse as well. Because really what this pop-up is doing is it's Discord pushing away the responsibility from themselves and just saying, hey, we told you could read these safety tips, why aren't you being safe? Instead of Discord actually like doing good moderation, because we all know Discord's moderation sucks. For example, this is the bread man who actually got in trouble on Discord for harassment and bullying because they said, I'm gonna kill someone. Is bread man here the next Jeffrey Dahmer? No, this whole entire message was a joke, but he still got in trouble. And if we look at Reddit, I have to censor a lot of this stuff, but we have racial slurs, telling people what to do with their life, homophobic word, racial slur. And you know what's great about this? This person's reported them so many times, and nothing seems to happen. This doesn't get you warned on Discord, but telling people that you're gonna kill someone does. Oh, you gotta love it. Now, if you stay up to date on the Discord hot gossip, you might have known that Discord was actually in court recently, and you might think that this feature has something to do with it. In fact, you might be thinking that Jason Citron got PTSD from being practically dragged in to speak in front of the US Senate and is now trying his hardest to make sure it doesn't happen again. However, if you think that, that is a misconception, because the reality is that this has been in the works before this court case even was a thing. And zooming out, who talks about Discord the most on YouTube? This degenerate you're listening to right now. In fact, remember this pop-up that I showed you, always trust your gut and all this stuff? This was called Stranger Danger, and it was a thing Discord was working on 3 months ago, October 23rd. And in fact, it doesn't even stop there, because Discord made a blog post about Discord's commitment to teen and child safety back on July 11th of 2023. And another blessing from this feature is that it shows that Discord seems to be taking an initiative. Because when I think of every single social media company, Discord is kind of in the higher echelon. And it's kind of rich coming from me because I crap on Discord all the time, but don't ask me how many times I've seen people get creamed by a semi-truck and pass into the afterlife on Instagram. And by the way, this isn't all this safety feature has to offer. In fact, in your DMs, you're going to have the safety tools button. Well, when you click on that button, you get this pop-up for safety tools, which contains the same 3 actions of blocking, reporting, and visiting, but then we have this take a break button. Relax with Wumpus. And our next curse is this relax button. What happens when you click on this relax button? You get this pop-up. Chats can be a lot. You have music, which I have to turn off because I don't have the rights to use it, but this is what relaxing looks like to Discord. My parents died in a horrendous 10-car pileup, which made a bridge collapse, causing millions in damage, created an ecological disaster, and added carcinogens to our drinking water. But now that I see Wumpus dancing, man, I feel better, even though I was the one that crashed the car. But to be honest, this pop-up really makes it seem like Discord is not taking child safety seriously, but this is actually a fake curse. This is a hidden blessing, because people will actually want to check out this feature because of how ridiculous it is. And when people are curious about this feature, they're also going to be exposed to all the other safety tools, specifically safety tips and NoFiltr, which means yes, Wumpus dancing really stupidly is actually kind of pushing people to learn more about internet safety. So taking a step back and looking at safety tools, it honestly seems like a lot of blessings and not a lot of downsides. And this is where I really hammer home all the curses of this feature. Discord knows when your conversations are not safe, which means there's a little bit of privacy concerns. Because what is happening here is that Discord is using machine learning to figure out if your conversations are unsafe. So is Discord feeding our messages into AI to figure out and help train the AI? I don't know. And just to give you a better perspective on things, Google has their own Perspective API, that was a pun, that uses machine learning to reduce toxicity online. And the way it works is that you have a message, and Google will analyze it with their machine learning to figure out if it is toxic. Is beneath a Bofidis nuts toxic? Well, I am clicking on the mouse button, and this website doesn't work. So, I don't know, take that as you will. But how did Google get this immaculate system that definitely works? Well, if you look at their training data, well, their article about training data, they trained each model on millions of comments from a variety of sources, including comments from online forums such as Wikipedia and the New York Times. Your comments are being scraped to train AI. You gotta love that. Is Discord going to do this? I would like them to explicitly state whether or not they are. But another curse with this feature is that it's only good if the AI detection is good. For example, if this popped up in every single DM conversation, like if I DM'd Pokimane and she gets this pop-up, it's just going to be ignored. She's going to ignore the pop-up and continue talking to me, which is a big mistake. And honestly, if you think about it, if this does pop up with every single Discord DM, it might actually be a blessing, because people on Discord are completely deranged. So you are technically saving your sanity by not talking to people. I'm just getting lost in those eyes, the rosy red cheeks of this 2D Pokimane character. Where was I again? Oh yeah, I was talking about blessings and curses. And gamers, let me tell you, we hit the mega blessing with this one. This website, NoFiltr, is the Zoomer Gen Alpha Mismatch website, 1,000 blessings per hour min-max blessings. What the f am I even saying? Well, to understand the brain rot that I just experienced, we need to look at the NoFiltr website. NoFiltr is here to support, not to shame. Now, if you read this website, the only thing I really care about are support your friends, reminder, set boundaries, respect boundaries, and then you have block creeps, hand crossing emoji. We also have a quiz that we can take. And let me tell you, this quiz, I don't know what to do with society. Someone you know from your school's extracurricular club Discord server says they have a private photo of somebody else on the server that they want to share publicly. What do? Do you yap, book, block, hug? Hug. Oh, and the zooming on this whole website is awful. Your action is straight to the point. I don't even think you can get a wrong answer with this. This website is genuinely cursed. It has the highest concentration of cringe I have ever seen. Wait, hold on. Wait, this is actually big brain for a second, because maybe this whole entire website is so ridiculously filled with like weird Zoomer emojis and Gen Alpha stuff so that we kind of laugh at it, right? And you'll probably visit the website because you want to see what's funny on it, which inadvertently tells you how to stay safe on the internet. You know what? This is a power move. Bravo. And the final blessing that this feature offers is the fact that it's also localized. In fact, if you're in the US or ENUS, so you're in Canada or whatever, you also get a crisis text line link in this pop-up. And genuinely, the hotline is a very good service. So I personally am really happy to see that this is a part of the feature. So overall, this Discord feature might seem dumb, especially with Wumpus dancing to lo-fi music, but at the end of the day, it's just another way to spread awareness about safety on the internet. And while it definitely might have a lot of potential cons with false positives and the privacy of your information and AI and all that stuff, at the end of the day, if it helps at least one person not get harmed through the internet, then it did its job. Anywho, gamers, that's all I got, and I've realized today that I should probably start talking to strangers as an adult trying to meet new people and not be alone forever. Make friends in school because it's a lot easier, okay? Anywho, bye-bye, I love you. Mwah!